Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm taking a look at the Fenix TK16 version 2. Let's check it out. Alright, so let's give you guys a nice close-up of the brand new Fenix TK16 version 2. And while you guys are checking this out, let's talk about some of the features. So the TK16 version 2 has a maximum output of 3100 lumens and a maximum throw of 380 meters. Now that's a pretty big upgrade from the 1000 lumens on the original TK16. And pushing out those 3100 lumens is a single Luminus SST70 LED with a lifespan of 50,000 hours. It also features 5 lighting modes plus strobe, and everything is activated and controlled with the TK16 version 2's brand new dual tail switches, which is also another upgrade from the original TK16. The body's made of a single layer of 6061 T6 aluminum and has a Type 3 hard anodized finish. And it's also impact resistant up to 1 meter and has an IP rating of IP68. And check out this stainless steel striking bezel here. The crenellated bezel isn't very aggressive at all, but if you take a closer look, it has 3 tungsten steel braking tips, which can be used to break glass or for self-defense. And inside we have a 5000 milliamp hour 21700 3.6 volt 18 watt hour lithium ion battery, and is charged via USB-C. And this is another upgrade from the original TK16's 18650 battery. And it also comes with a limited lifetime guarantee straight from Fenix. Alright, so that's enough of the quick features. Let's talk dimensions. Alright, so the TK16 version 2 has a length of 5.63 inches and a head diameter of 1.34 inches and a body diameter of 1 inch. And they say on the website that it weighs 3.95 ounces, but that's without the battery. In my weight test, it weighs 6.5 ounces, that's 184 grams with the battery. Alright, now let's take a closer look at this new tactical flashlight from Fenix. Yeah, since it is version 2 of their popular TK16 tactical flashlight, it's gonna have a bunch of upgrades. The main things are the 2100 extra lumens, these dual tail switches back here, which I absolutely love, and this new stainless steel striking bezel with these tungsten steel braking tips on here. And as I mentioned earlier, now we're getting a 21700 battery instead of an 18650 battery. Now let me give you guys a closer look at these tungsten steel braking tips. These are nasty. When I first saw pictures of this, I was like, okay, it's not really a huge upgrade on that striking bezel until I saw these braking tips. I mean, this can do some damage. And now let's take a look at the new dual tail switches here. So the big button on the top is the power button. So hard press on, hard press off. And it does have momentary on, so if we just lightly tap that power button, there's our silent operation right there. And everything is controlled right here with the function button or the mode button. So if we have it on, that's how we cycle through our modes. So we have eco, low, medium, high, and there's our turbo 3100 lumens. But what I really like about this function button here is if we hold it down while it's on, there's our strobe. And the strobe does have alternating frequencies, as you can see right there. And if we want to turn it off, all we have to do is tap that function button again. It goes right back to the last mode we were in. Now if the flashlight's off and we hold down that function button, there's our instant strobe. And this is what I really like about this flashlight, is this instant strobe right through this function button right here. There's no fumbling around with any side switches, holding it down or anything like that. In a pinch, if you need strobe, pull this right out, boom, hit that button right in the back, and it's instant. I love it. And I think any tactical flashlight moving forward should have something similar to this dual tail switch design. Yes, I understand that most lights have the tail switch and the side switch that basically acts as the same thing, but there's just something about having the dual tail switches which I really like. And now I'm gonna throw up a graph on screen of the 6 different modes in the TK16 version 2. You can see strobe right there is 3100 lumens, and you have eco mode at 30 lumens, then you have low at 150, medium at 350. Let's concentrate on the high and turbo for a second. So high is 1000 lumens, has a runtime of 2 hours and 50 minutes, has a max throw of 722 feet, that's 220 meters, and has an intensity of 12,000 candela. And now let's check out our turbo at 3100 lumens, has a max runtime of 2 hours and 40 minutes. We'll get back to that in a minute, and we'll talk about that asterisk right there. Has a max throw of 1,247 feet, that's 380 meters, and an intensity of 36,100 candela. Now that 2 hour and 40 minute runtime isn't 3,100 lumens for 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's gonna be 3,100 lumens until the body gets hot enough where it's gonna step down to high at 1,000 lumens. Now where that step down occurs, I don't exactly know, because as you can see by this graph on Fenix's website, the times on the bottom go from 0 to 1 hour. And then you can see the 3100 lumens on the top, and it doesn't really show where it starts to dip, but it does show that it dips to 1000 lumens all the way to about 2 hours and 30 minutes or so. So next, when I do my heat test, I'll let it run for about 4 minutes, and I'll keep an eye out to see if I see any step down. All right, so let's do that now. I'll try to start this exactly at the same time, and go. All right, right there is our 4-minute mark. And at the head, went down a little bit from the 2-minute mark at 105.0. And at the body, went up a little bit at 99.5 from the 2-minute mark. So that's interesting. And I don't know exactly when the step down occurred. It's tough to tell when I'm watching this live, but there was definitely a step down. And I'll put all that information up on the screen during the edit, because it's a lot easier to catch that during the edit than it is in real life when I'm doing the test. All right, so before I take this outside and do the beam test, I'm gonna talk about a couple things that I don't like about the TK16 version 2. Pretty minor things. Number one, you can't tail stand it. So just based on how the buttons are laid out here, there's nothing on the body to tail stand it. I'm not sure if that's important to some of you, but some of you guys like to tail stand your flashlight, and if you get this, just can't do it. And the next thing I don't like is you still have to take out the battery to charge it, as you can see here. Now, of course, that's not the end of the world, but it would be super convenient just to have the USB Type-C port on the outside instead of having to charge it straight from the battery. But other than those two minor gripes, I am really liking this new flashlight. So let me grab my coat. Let's take this outside. So as you guys can tell from that beam test, For its size, this thing is a monster at throwing light. It has a really nice hotspot and a very well-defined beam perimeter. I really like the beam profile that comes out of this little light. And some of those trees that you saw in the background are 200 to 300 feet away, and this thing just lit it up like nothing. So overall, I'm really liking the brand new TK16. There's a huge upgrade in lumens from the previous model from 1000 to 3100. We now have dual tail switches, instant access to strobe, IP68, the new 21700 battery. So I think Fenix has a winner with this new version 2, and I think it's the tactical light to beat right now. And even with the price tag of $99.95, basically $100, I still recommend it. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think of the Fenix TK16 version 2? Now if you guys want to check it out for yourself, I will leave links below in my description box. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!